let's go to the room here and let's ask anyone if they have any questions or comments or suggestions as we're moving along here today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyone in the room here that is listening, please press your star key on your telephone 2 times if you have a question or a comment or a suggestion. Let's talk about it. We're talking about natural remedies and what the natural remedies are for any given situation. And
Property life.
And I'm not seeing any microphones open, so they just we have listeners who are enjoying listening.
Yes, sir. Are you
Go
there?
ahead.
Good. This is Prophet Elijah. How you doing, Dr. Miles?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm just blessed abundantly today. I have a question. You said that back to the low white blood cells. Now you said the blood cells, white blood cells, normal.
It needs to be from 5 to 8.
5 to 8. Anything below that is low.
If it's below 5, it's a virus. If it's over 8, it's a bacterial infection.
Okay. And below 5, it's a virus.
If it's over 8, it's bacterial. That's a standard anywhere in the world with nutritional boundaries, not medical boundaries. They go from 4 to 11. Nutritional boundaries are 5 to 8.
Okay.
And I've worked with this for years and years and years and years, and it works every time.
Okay. Well, I want to make sure I had that clear because I have a person who had a challenge with that yesterday, and I told him I would get some information on that, and then I'll probably have him give you, Dr. Berst, a call because he was feeling fine, but they were telling him that his blood count, white blood cells, were low.
Well, that's a virus. It needs to be addressed as a virus.
Okay, that's below 5 then, on the side. Okay. All right. I sure appreciate that. I'll get back with him and then let him know what you have. I have your number so I can get the number to him.
Okay, buddy. Thank God for you out there working and helping people.
Well, we all have to do this together because people need help nowadays.
Yep. You're right.
Yes, it does, and it's helping each other. It's just a wonderful thing when you know that you've been able to help somebody, do something nice for them, put a little smile on their face, it gives that warm feeling in your heart, and it's just a good thing. And then you know that you probably put them in a good mood, and they're probably going to be nice to somebody else and help somebody else, and that's the way it ought to go.
That's true. That's right. Absolutely.
Well, okay, so we're covering some ground here, and we're getting, we're talking about white blood cells and hypothyroidism and superbugs and so forth. And again, folks, if you have a question or a topic or a suggestion, press your star key on your telephone 2 times, and let's make sure that we include you and what you want to know about or what you want to talk about as well. Okay, so you can do that. And again, things are going, just great, and people are listening, and so far, no questions, no suggestions, but that may change, and we're always open to change here. So, all right. Now, Doc, did you have anything else to, because you're going to be going pretty soon, and I want to make sure if you have any questions or topic or suggestions that we include those. What's going on, Doc? Anything?
Well, I went to your website today, so I thought I'd let you know.
I'm sorry, you did what?
I went to your website, helping our reviews.
Oh, yes, you did. Doc Miles, thank you, sir, for being a wonderful guy and for helping every way that you can, in every way that you do. You just a very special person So yeah, and what do you think about that website, Doc?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good website.
It's got a lot of information, and I'm constantly making changes and adding things and new ideas and so forth, and new research and everything. So it's you know what it is. The whole deal is a labor of love.
That's what I speak to say. It's a labor of love, and I've got so much.
Yeah. So
much help from you and Brittany, Dr. Peterman, and others. You know, Blanca worked with me today, and we were just having a good time all day, helping people.
Yeah.
And she was going to try to get on the show tonight, but she had a class to do. So I don't know, but she's such a sweet lady, and so helpful. I can always depend on her. If I need to take a few days off, she'll fill in. She's just that good.
That's all. Lucky you. I don't have anybody like that.
Well, you don't have a clinic going all the time either.
Oh well, one of these days I will find somebody that to be my assistant here. How's that? And but you know.
They don't have the knowledge you do, so you know. Good luck.
I'm looking for somebody to train. You know, I'm going to find somebody one of these days that that can maybe make it to wherever it is I am right now. I'm in Jamaica, and it's not on a vacation, folks. It's an errand of mercy. It's a mission, and we're helping a lot of people here. Yeah, you know, one of these days, you know, I just haven't been, I just haven't met the right person who wants to help me do this. But one of these days, that might happen. That just might happen.
It sure will. It will.
I hope so. So, yeah. Wow. Well, do you have any other topics or any other things that we might address?
Not really, but one thing I can say, you know, when I make these suggestions and you make suggestions, some people don't follow up like they should. You know, I had one lady came in a couple of weeks after I saw her. She said, I just can't take this many pills, so I'm going to cut it down to one of everything. And I said, well, that's good in a way. At least you're getting something in your system, but keep it in a balance. That's like putting 1 gallon of gas in your car and heading to Dallas.
Yep.
How many times are you going to stop and get 1 gallon of gas?
Yep. If you might be doing a lot of walking in between stations.
And so then she said, you know, you got a point, so I'm going to change.
Wow. Yeah.
So we have to train people. We have to open up their brain so they can understand what really happens. If you don't do anything, what could happen? And if you do something, what could happen? And if you do the things that you really need to do, how much faster you will heal. Because drugs, there's some life-saving drugs out there to save your life. But your body's not made from drugs. It can't live on drugs. I saw a lady today. She had a whole list of drugs that she was on. And she was, you know, not even 60 years old, and she just looked like she was worn out. I said, "Oh, God bless you."
Yeah.
So I worked with her, and Blanca worked with her, and we got her all straightened out. She says, "Well, my tummy is always upset." So I went to the refrigerator and got some liquid acidophilus, the one I get from up north somewhere. And I opened the bottle and for a jigger, and it tastes like blueberries. It was delicious. And in about 5 minutes, I said, "How's your tummy?" She said, "Well, I'm not nauseous anymore." And I said, "Bingo."
Isn't it beautiful how all of a sudden you can just turn a terrible situation into a big smile, and you know, that's something that you can't. There's nothing else like it. because when you see somebody to understand that all the things that they've been taught, all the things they've been doing, just because everybody else is doing it, doesn't mean that there isn't a better way, and the best way is eating the way the Bible taught us to eat. We learned it in Leviticus, we learned it in Daniel, and so forth. You know, we gotta get back to our roots. We gotta avoid these chemicals. Like you said, if it's a life-threatening situation, you got to do what you got to do. Stay alive, take the chemical, get away from it as soon as possible, but get back to what your body runs on and works on and how it works, because that's the way it's got to go.
That's right. Just like I had another person last week, and she was suffering from like PTSD. She was always, flying off the handle for no reason, stuff like that. So I had an open bottle of the lithium orotate, which is on my site, and I said, I'm going to give you one of these. It's made from broccoli. It's not a drug. It's lithium from broccoli. And I gave her a glass of water, and I told her to take it. Before she left, she was calm as a cucumber.
Oh, wow. Yes.
I said, it works in 30 minutes. So I gave it to her right off the bat. And before she left, she said, oh, thank you so much. So she bought a bottle and took it home. And I said, don't ever take more than one in the morning and one in the evening. That's all you need, because one of them will last you 8 hours.
Yes.
And it's just an awesome product, and I sell a ton of it because it really works, and it's not addictive.
And
it's like one capsule is equivalent to eating a bushel and a half of broccoli, raw broccoli, at one sitting. Nobody can do that.
That's right.
So you take one capsule and lower your calm as a cucumber. Say, oh, my window fell out. I'll fix it next week. Big deal.
There you go. That's right. You got to go.
But I would take one because it doesn't affect anything you do. Go to the airport, rent an airplane, and take off. It wouldn't affect my flying at all. If I lost an engine, I wouldn't panic. I would do my emergency procedures and go back to the airport and land the airplane without crashing. But it just calms your nerve endings down is what the lithium orotate does. It is absolutely remarkable.
Yeah. Interesting. And a lot of people don't understand, but the importance of the fact that it's just broccoli. It's broccoli. It's not a drug.
That's right.
It's not a chemical.
That's right.
It's the active ingredient in broccoli. Yeah. Well, one of them anyway. Yes.
Right.
So that's the whole thing is learning how deep natural remedies really is, because it's so deep. The knowledge is there, the research is there, the people that are really wanting to help you are there, and there are some people always everywhere that are not good people. But you're going to find that anywhere, but I'm not going to dwell on that because there's a few bad apples in the barrel. I'm going to throw those guys out, and I'm going to just concentrate on the good apples.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Everybody can say, oh, well, there's a problem here. Well, yeah, there's problems everywhere, but let's not worry about the problems unless they're affecting us immediately right now, and let's make sure that we're dealing with the initial thing so that we can get through it. So anyway, yeah, Doc, it's natural remedies is a very vast, deep subject, but it's mainly experience. You want somebody who's been there, done that, and knows what it is. Not something they're going to try because they heard of it or read about it, but because they used it, they know it works. They probably used it on themselves to test it or whatever. I've done a lot of that, and you probably have too. So those are the experience is the key. You want to make sure you're getting help from credible experience, people that have actually helped people, are helping people with remedies that do work.
Well, we have to work Well, we have to work with a positive attitude, and we have to instill that in the patients. If you want to get better, you have to have a positive attitude. Okay? You have to do the right things. Don't fall off the bandwagon and fall back into the old trap and go back and get more drugs. It's not going to fix the problem. It will put Band-Aids all over the body, and it's not going to fix it. So that's why we have to keep a positive attitude and talking with these people so they will know that we're very sincere about this. We're hand in their pocketbook. We're trying to help them.
And you can't have that positive attitude if you haven't had that experience. If you haven't really used it, haven't really known that somebody else used it and somebody else used it, and say, hey, this is working, this is not hurting anybody, this is doing good, and here's when you do take it, and here's when you don't take it. When you know the rules and the boundaries, and you're really willing to do the work to make sure that you've got a good remedy, and then yes, then people can tell. That you know that you've done the research. They can tell that this person really is confident, and you have to have that confidence. That you have faith in the Most High. You got to have faith in your remedies that you use, that you've used, that you know that work, and people can tell. They can tell. They look right in your eyes and they say, this person has used this before. It looks like they know what they're talking about. And you can tell if somebody don't know what they're talking about, too, because they don't have the confidence.
Well, you and I have both had our problems in the past, and we've corrected our problems. And we know it works if we do it right.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Doc Miles and I, we can come down with a flu or a cold, but the good news is we know what to do about it, how to get back on our feet right quick.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir. We've come to the top of the hour. Are you still with us, or do you need to? I know you've got other responsibilities. Doc, are you still with us, or what's up?
Well, if anybody's got any questions before I leave, let's try and see if they need some questions answered.
Last call, last chance. If you have a question, a comment, or a topic, Doc Miles will take it and we'll discuss it. But if you don't, Doc's going to go ahead and go to his other responsibilities. And I don't see any mics coming open. Looks like, Doc, you've done a great job. Everybody, nobody has any questions. There are no open mics. So I want to thank you, and I want to give out Doc Miles' telephone number one more time. Okay, Doc? All right.
Okay.
Doc Miles, and I'm going over to his website. His website is theherbdoctor.net. theherbdoctor.net, and there it is. I'm looking all about Doc Miles, and he has impressive credentials, I might add. Check it out. And then I'm going over to his telephone number, and it says 512-868-9867. That's 512-868-9867. And Doc Miles' telephone number, his email address, that was his telephone number, 512-868-9867. But his email address is docmiles, DOCMILES, at outlook.com. Doc, again, thank you for joining us. I look forward to your visit next week with us. So I'll see you on the radio.
Okay, God bless you and keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Sure, bye. Sure,
Doc
bye.
Miles in Georgetown, Texas. So, okay, all right. So, we always enjoy our visit with Doc. Man, he is just full of all kinds of great information and remedies and so forth. Things that he uses, and then we take a look at things that I use. For instance, let's go over to theherbalhealthreview.com and click on common conditions, because we were talking about natural remedies, and we were talking about colds, flus, viruses, bacteria. Let's go visit a couple of reports that would be pertinent to what we're talking about here. So if we're on common conditions, we would go to Make Lifestyle Changes report. And the Make Lifestyle Changes report is where generally all happens, because that's where you learn to boost your immune system and have this incredible amount of natural energy, so that as you get old, you can grow old gracefully and have enough energy to hug all the grandkids. So, and it's talking about, when in Make Lifestyle Changes, it's talking about a system of boosting the immune system with about 5 minutes of things you do. And not everything is for everyone, but most everything on this one, the first thing you do in the morning is, then you might leave out 1 or 2 items, maybe 3. But depending on whether you didn't want to use certain supplements that boost up the immune system, maybe you don't want to use those. But it also gets down into a power drink and how to make your own homemade almond milk, so you save a lot of money instead of buying it off the shelf. But it gives you this delicious power drink that you make only once a week. Then it goes down into a diet, and in that power drink with the seeds and all the milk that's the seed powder and all the super green foods and everything, gives you so much energy. It's awesome. Then you go down until you're looking at whole food, plant-based diet meal plans and recipes. We're talking about a diet that is so complete. It starts with how much water you should drink, what kind of water, and how much water to start your breakfast with in the morning. And then it gets down after it does all that and boosts your immune system and gives you this power drink, and you're drinking the correct amount of fluids. It gets down into whole food, plant-based diet meal plans and recipes. This gives you the meals you like. This gives you the recipes you like. You take the foods that you like and you go down again further into this report. This is an awesome report. And now you're down into acid alkaline food chart. And the acid alkaline food chart, then you're picking 65% of the meal plans you like, the recipes you like, the food you like. You're taking your food that you like, and you're picking 65% of it is alkaline, 35% of it is acid. Now, everything is in balance, because you see, that's what has to happen. Everything, the more everything is in balance, the better you're going to feel. The more you're going to be able to do. The more you're going to be able to enjoy life. And the less pain and suffering you're going to have. So, now, we go down. We keep going down below that acid alkaline food chart, and it gets interesting, because it gets real interesting here, because the next topic is how to comfortably get over the flu much faster. It talks about a colloidal silver water generator and colloidal silver water, which is known to get rid of over 650 diseases. So it would be a valuable tool if you had HIV, or if you had, which is 29 different diseases. So colloidal silver water gets rid of over 600 150 diseases, and it's only water with submicroscopic particles of silver floating, carrying an electric charge, and it is the state-of-the-art natural antibiotic. Now that's the best one. You've heard about the worst ones today, and they're drugs. Now the best and safest one, so safe you can splash it in a newborn baby's eyes so that she's not going to go blind if mom has a virus. And they have in hospitals, and they've done that. But currently they've replaced that with a drug because they're drug dealers and they're drug oriented, and everything that they can possibly, whether it's correct or not, is replaced by a drug. That's their mentality. It's evil. And that's what they do. And so now you know about colloidal silver water, safest natural antibiotic on the planet. So safe, it's in every burn ward in the world in a silver gel. So if they get a really bad burn person, they smother it in this gel with this colloidal silver water, takes the pain away. It's a pain reliever, and no virus, fungus, bacteria can attack that wound. I said no, none. Not even their SuperBugs. That's right, but they're not going to. But that's the only two places they use it. And then about 40 years ago, I invented a generator. A little box that makes the water, because the water is expensive. $240 for a gallon. Guess what? If you have the little generator that makes it, which cost, instead of $240, the little box that makes it, you can get it on as a discount and get it for about $76 when you've got the discount code, the word health, HEALTH, the word health, and then the number 0 and the number 1. That's the discount code for 15% off that generator, which is $90. So it makes it around $76. And guess what? Then you can make a gallon of colloidal silver water all day long, every 40 minutes, for about $1.50 to $2 instead of $240 at the health food store. I'd say that is a significant savings. That water is so safe you drink it. You splash it in your eyes. You put it in your ears. It will get rid of an eye infection. It will get rid of an ear infection. It will get rid of a nose infection called sinusitis. It will get rid of a mouth infection. That's right. You spray it on topically, it gets rid of an infection topically. Colloidal silver water is the state-of-the-art natural antibiotic. Simply particles of submicroscopic particles of silver carrying an electric charge, and they attach themselves to any bacteria, any fungus, any virus. So that is your answer to your SuperBug, is having a generator. And because what the bad news is that SuperBugs are going out of control, and they're everywhere. And when you get them, you're in deep trouble unless you know about colloidal silver water. And then every day, every person, always, every person should always be taking acidophilus powder, non-dairy. That's listed. See, this is what's on that Make Lifestyle Changes report just below all the dietary information. It's talking about how to get over a virus, a fungus, or a bacteria. if you know about the colloidal silver water and you have one of those generators that's portable and you could take it anywhere in the world with you, and I do, wherever I've traveled, I've taken it with me, and I've been some ugly places in Istanbul, Turkey, and some places that weren't so sanitary in the UK. You know, I've been there. And I take my colloidal silver water generator with me. And I take simple distilled water and turn it into colloidal silver water. Every 40 minutes, a gallon. Every 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that. Not more than 30, a half gallon. That's right. So, colloidal silver water. And then anytime you're not taking any kind of an antibiotic, you must take acidophilus powder or acidophilus capsules every day, just a little bit, to make sure that the good bacteria is dominant. So if you run into something that's like a horrible cold flu virus or a SuperBug, that it doesn't kill you immediately, you have a chance to get your colloidal silver water generator and whip up a gallon of colloidal silver water in 40 minutes. Start sipping on it at the rate of about 16 ounces a day. Yeah, that's half a quart every day. Just sip your way through it all day long until you're over it. If it takes 10 days, well, then just keep sipping away every day. Wake up in the middle of the night, sip on that colloidal silver water, and drink plenty of other water. Make sure that you're drinking half your body weight in ounces of water daily. And wow, sounds like we've got a noise here. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. And I think I might have an open mic. And I've got an open mic. And do you have a question or a topic or a suggestion there in Louisiana?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
What do you want to talk about?
My cousin they just found a tumor in his knee. And they told him that he needs a knee replacement. Now he's a truck driver.
Yes.
And I want to know. I told him that I don't know if he ever contacted y'all or whatever, but I did give him y'all number for a healthier way instead of surgery. Because they wanted to do surgery
Yes.
right then. And he told them no.
All right. So then if he wants to opt out and try a natural remedy, he wants to probably give them a call at 541-791-8400. That's Health and Herbs. That's 541-791-8400. And then probably what they're going to suggest is that he might try some blood cleaning herbs and some detoxification, as long and at the same time put a poultice over the top of that knee. Wrap that knee in a poultice that can draw out any toxins, poisons, and tumors out through the skin. So he might look at that, or he might give me a call. So that phone number for Health and Herbs for these remedies is 541-791-8400. And then if he wants me to be his coach and help him through this, give me a call, 503-362-5899, because I'm glad to see that he gets the best care possible with natural remedies, so that we can find out other things that we can do to stimulate his body so that it can heal itself, because that's what we need to do, is help the body so it's so strong it can reject that tumor, and that if there's anything else going on in his body. And being a truck driver, I'm sure his diet isn't probably perfect, so he could use some things to help him out, cleanse, detoxify. But he needs to give me a call. My telephone number is 503-362-5899. That's 503-362-5899. Okay? Are you with me? In Louisiana?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Thank you
yeah,
so
bless
much.
you. Yeah, that's a terrible thing. Truck driver, that man, he's got, that's his job. That's how he makes a living. And if he can't use his legs there to, hit those pedals and so forth, he's going to have to, they do make special setups and so forth for people who only have, one limb. No, let's not think that direction. Let's see what we can do to help that body reject the tumor, and as a poultice, and as blood cleaners, and so forth. Let's see if that tumor will go on down. Let's see if it'll stop being angry, and that liver is sending dirty blood in through the body. Where's it going? Because he's constantly using that foot, probably that right leg, or the left leg where he's hitting the brake constantly. Whatever, it's either the gas pedal or the brake. Something's probably the gas pedal, because that's when you're using the most, and that's probably where the tumor is. But regardless, that's the way to deal with that kind of a problem. And if you've got a question or a comment or a topic, let's talk about it. Okay? Give me just press your star key 2 times. It'll open your microphone, and we can do that. Let's get back to what we were talking about here. SuperBugs. I'm going to give you one more thing. You want the big sledgehammer for the SuperBugs? The colloidal silver water is the 1-2 knockout punch. But just to make sure it stays down and you get over it right quick, you take something called CVF Be Gone. This is a formulation that I learned about back in the 70s when I was studying with the LDS Mormon population there in Utah, where they were really into they're really into natural remedies, and a fellow by the name of Doc Christopher had a remedy that he called the anti-plague formula. Well, I was there and I met Dr. Christopher, and a very nice fellow. He's passed now, but I learned a lot of things from him. He was a great herbalist with lots of wonderful remedies, but this anti-plague formula was so wonderful against colds, flus, viruses. It would knock them out. And it's a very difficult formulation to make. But it takes a long time to make it. But I always have a batch on hand. I always have some. There's some right up there on the shelf now. It's called CVF Be Gone. I wouldn't be out without it, because when you get into that worst cold flu scenario where you got that lingering cold flu where you're miserable for weeks and weeks and you're weak and you're trying to get over it, that's not the way it's supposed to go. You're supposed to know about colloidal silver water and get that generator and make your own so that you can afford it and have that around, because it'll sterilize. That little box is portable, and it will sterilize the water anywhere you go. And it comes all ready to go out of the box. You don't have to put anything together. Just attach the wires. 40 minutes later, bam, you got $240 worth of colloidal silver water in your little box. Cost you $76, and it's guaranteed to never break it'll work for you for the rest of your life. They don't break. You send it back to the manufacturer. If it does, the manufacturer is Health and Herbs. They don't break. Anyway, so generators. But it's called CVF Be Gone. Cold virus flu be gone. But they keep, whenever the FDA finds out about something wonderful like this, they say you can't call it. CVF Be Gone. You can't call it cold flu. We called it cold flu formula, but that was just an honest labeling, and that offended the FDA because those evil people don't want you to know that there is such a thing as a cold flu formula. According to them, there's no such thing can exist, and that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with the FDA. That's what's wrong with our Food and Drug Administration. The Food and Drug Administration is against natural food and for drugs. That's what's wrong with the FDA. They're nuts. Let's see. So anyway, there's that ultimate cold flu formula. So far, it still exists, and you can get it, and it's formula number 1126. So you see, they changed the names so if you go back for it and ask for it under the name you bought it, you can't find it anymore. See, that's what they do. They're evil. That's their evil tactics. But anyway, formula number 1126 is the CVF cold flu virus formula, cold virus flu formula. We called it CVF Be Gone. And so, but you'll find it if you look for 1126. That's it. That will wipe out your superbugs. That's it. Say goodbye to superbugs. They can't do anything with it, and people are dying. They refuse to look this direction for the answer. They don't want to hear about this. This is making more victims for them to feed pharmaceutical drugs to for a very short term and then bury them, because that's what they do. They're good at that. So anyway, below that, let's take a real deep look. Garlic. See, garlic. That's a natural antibiotic. So, and that's one of the chief ingredients in CVF Be Gone is the garlic. But garlic and garlic oil and odorless garlic capsules and so forth that you get from Health and Herbs. And by the way, they made some changes. They had some products there that had gelatin capsules, and I told them, get that gelatin out of here. And they said, you're right. So they found a way to get the gelatin out. So now they don't have gelatin products, no gelatin capsules that might be pig hooves or pigs or something. They're very careful and they listen, and that's the good news. There's things like Japanese mushrooms, like shiitake, maitake, red reishi, and chaga mushrooms, and so I made them 4 mushroom extract, which is a great immunity booster, because these mushrooms are loaded with a powerful antioxidant called ergothioneine, and it's a powerful antioxidant. So the mushroom, so that can increase the immune system. And ginger. Now the cool thing about ginger is it will open up the lymphatic system. You see, the lymphatic system has a one-way valve. Unless you jump up and down, the lymph fluids don't move. They have to kind of force the way through that one-way valve. But if you're doing a rebounder, then the lymphatic system, those valves will up and down. You don't have to go very high, 3 inches, and it'll jump up and down on a rebounder, and that'll open the lymphatic system. But ginger will move that lymphatic fluid, which is the body's sewage system. You got 2.5 more times lymphatic fluid than you do blood. So the ginger root, I cannot cook without ginger root. I got to have at least a tablespoon of ginger every day. It's in my food, it's in my beverages, it's in my power drink. Ginger root opens up the body's sewage system and all of these lymphatic channels, opening them up, keeping things clean. The ginger prevents the accumulation of toxins that make you susceptible to infections, especially in the respiratory system. You got anybody with respiratory problems and mucus? Ginger. I'm saying about a tablespoon 3 times a day. Yeah, put it in tea, make tea out of it, put it on food, in food. Let's get it down. Let's move that lymphatic fluid, the sewer system of the body. Now, here we go. Here we go. Here is one of the greatest natural antibiotics on the planet. It's called wild oregano oil. You see, and this is all in the Make Lifestyle Changes report, just going down into it, that's all. And here are all these treasures. And here's a big treasure called wild oregano oil. It's one of the best remedies that you can use to improve your gut health and boost your immune system. It cleans out and it kills off bad stuff. Anything any overgrowing in the gut, like superbugs, kills them off in the gut. Like bad bacteria. Wild oregano oil. That's what they need. All these kinds of things. CVF, cold virus flu formula. And the colloidal silver water. Now you got wild oregano oil, and it's so powerful. Wild oregano oil is so powerful. It treats digestive conditions such as parasites, ulcers, food poisoning, and all bacterial infections. I'm going to get another drink of water here.